Hi guys, it's Shannon from milkandcuddles.com. Today I have a super fun craft that you can make on the beach on vacation or when you get home, and it is an impression of your kiddo's hand or really anything else that you would like the impression of, a mold of, and you make it right in the sand. So if you're making this on the beach, you're obviously going to want to pre-portion your powder plaster of Paris before you go on vacation and bring it with you, and then you need a measuring cup and you can just put seawater in. However, we're doing ours at home, so you can see I've put the water and plaster of Paris in a Ziploc, and my daughter is doing a great job of mixing it up and getting it nice and thick. You want it to be just a little bit thicker than pancake consistency. Next, you're going to find some sand, and what's important about the sand that you choose is that it not be very, very dry. It needs to be a little bit wet so that it really takes the impression of your hand. Depending on where you are will be how deep you want the impression. We're doing it at home, and we don't mind waiting 24 hours for this to get really hard. So we've made it quite deep. If you're on the sand and you're actually at the beach doing this, maybe you do this when you first get to the beach and you make your impression a bit less deep, a little more shallow. You can fill the impression that you make with seashells or pebbles, whatever you like. And again, you could actually use beach toys to make impressions of seashells or lobsters or whatever, strikes your fancy. After you've got your seashells in, your decorations, you're going to go ahead and snip the end of your Ziploc, and you're going to use it almost like a piping bag that you would use for frosting, and just go ahead and fill in all the areas where you want the impression to go. After you've done that, you need to wet your hand if you're going to kind of pat it down to make sure it's all the way in your mold. So if you touch it with dry hands, it's going to move that around, but if you touch it with wet hands, you can really press it in. Once you feel like it has really hardened up, you can dig it out from under the sand gently and then dust it off. A lot of sand is going to be trapped on the front of your hand, but you are going to need to brush some of it off. Now, we went ahead and while it was curing, we stuck in a little string so that we could use it as an ornament and used a pencil to write our name. I hope that is helpful, and enjoy this sand craft.